Technical difficulties on our end with our audio sources. We apologize for anybody who cannot hear us at home, but we hope to have fixed everything as Jordan Shiver sends a shot out to left field. That's going to drop for another base hit. Franklin has been on the board with the hits, a 5-0 lead for the visiting team right now, jumping all over Fort Meade. As Franklin. Base hits from Sadiq Jones, Jackson Odom, Jason Martina, Bennett McNair, Caden Drake, Drake Highland North, Aiden Carter, and now Jordan Shiver joins the hit parade. Rylan Woods struck out for the second out. Jason Martina was gunned down at third base trying to stretch a double into a triple. And that's your 2 outs so far. Up to bat now, Carson Polaronis stands in the box. Number 10 playing shortstop today for Franklin. Is ready. Runners on first and second. Again, folks, if you are listening in, send in those shout-outs to that phone number you see on the screen, 772-224-5731. We'll get your shout-outs on the air. As Polaronis swings and misses at that one, Ryder Cochran comes out from behind the plate, chases back Aiden Carter. Back to second base, Jordan Shiver on first. 2 outs, 5-0 lead for Franklin here in the top of the first. Polaronis swings and pops one up out of play behind the backstop. Polaronis 2 on, 2 out, 5-0 lead for Franklin already here in the top of the first. Jumping on top of this Fort Meade team. That is 3-1 in pool play. Franklin an undefeated record of 4-0, defeating every team that they have faced. Fort Meade, the last team they will see here in pool play. And they will advance to double elimination bracket play when that starts tomorrow. But for right now, Franklin looking to go undefeated here in pool play in this game. Fort Meade with a 3-1 record, looking to tie with Franklin if they were to defeat them today. Another foul pitch off of the bat of Carson. Polaronis in the box. Waits the next pitch. Nolan Alford on deck. Kobe Joseph to follow, and then we would recycle back to the top of the order. That just goes to show that Franklin has jumped out in front here in the top of the first. 5 runs already. Base hits all around the lineup. As Polaronis flies out to left center field. That one's going to drop as well. Rounding third, heading for home is Aiden Carter. The throw comes in on the money, and he's tagged out. What a play! All the way from the outfield. That was about 100 feet from home plate. He put that right on the money. That was Austin Bergens, the shortstop. Nails down Aiden Carter at home. What a play from the Fort Meade defense. Ryder Cochran got that ball and placed the tag on Aiden Carter. That was a beautiful play. Nothing but respect on that play, but Franklin still holds the 5-0 lead as we head into the bottom of the first. We will see Fort Meade hit for the first time in this ball game, but before we do that, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll get to some shout-outs that we've received. Keep sending them in, and we'll get to them. All right, I'm Justin Allum here on JockJive.com.
Coming to Sebring for the tournaments? Sebring Chateau Alon gives you it all. Just 10 minutes from the ball field so you can get to and from the games easily. Relaxation. The Chateau is a full conference center hotel with pool, food, internet, beverage service, business center, and more. Right on the legendary Sebring International Raceway with prices you'll love. Team rates start at just $69 a night and upgrades are available. Ask for the sales team at 888-84-HOTEL. That's 888-844-6835. 888-84-HOTEL. The Chateau Alon. Proud to partner with Dixie sports teams all over the state. Team rate specials for your group this season now at 888-84-HOTEL. Why settle for just a room when you can have the Chateau? The Chateau Alon on the historic hairpin turn at Sebring International in Sebring.
Way to go, Franklin. Keep it going, boys. We love you, number 80. That's directed at Aiden Carter. The first shout-out of the day to the Franklin County squad over visiting in the dugout for Meade, the home team. Got another one coming in just now. Go Franklin County Seahawks. Aiden Carter, Uncle Jonathan, Aunt Tina, and the boys are watching. Aiden Carter, lots of fans from the 850 area code as Franklin County coming into the tournament. Sebring, the host city for this year's B Division Machine Pitch State Tournament. Top 4 teams from pool play will advance to the double elimination bracket. And Willie McNair has his boys all in shape and ready to go to the bracket tournament. 4-0 undefeated record for these guys. And after this game, they will head to the hotel or wherever they're staying, confident and ready to go for tomorrow's game. Whoever they play in bracket play, Franklin has already clinched a berth. Fort Meade has clinched a berth as well with a 3-1 record. They will look to improve their record here with 4-1 if they were to defeat Franklin, but right now it's looking like a tough feat to do. Trailing 5-0 already in the top of the first. Austin Bergens stepping up to the plate now. He watches the first pitch go by. Bergen's been a crucial piece for the offense and for the defense for this Fort Meade squad. One of the more valuable players on this team, leads off in every game so far, has been a crucial piece at the plate. That one is fouled off right above our heads in the press box and onto the roof. Plenty of protection, and we are A-OK up here. Equipment is fine, and my scorekeeper right next to me doing a good job as well with the scoreboard working too. As Bergens pops one out over into shallow center field, and that one is caught out there. That is Chasen Martina making the catch out there, number 3, getting the first out of the inning. Bergens with the fly out to left center field. He'll be the first out of the inning. Up to bat now, Aaron Patillo, another cornerstone piece of this Fort Meade lineup. Last game had 3 hits to go along with a few RBIs with those hits. Helped bring the win against Holmes County as he watches the first pitch go by. Some patience in the box from Aaron Patillo. Playing first base today for Fort Meade. He's going to be followed by Zion Thomas and TJ Lucas in the lineup. Top 4 players, arguably some of the best in this tournament. Ball now fielded by Polaronis, thrown over to first base, but that's over the head of McNair playing first base over there. But Aaron Patillo will stay at first. Zion Thomas now up to bat. Thomas, a very speedy runner, very dangerous when it comes. Can place him down like no one's business. He squares up, pulls back. Patillo with a lead off first, and he'll retreat back. As I said before, these top 4 players in this Fort Meade lineup are nothing to be messing around with. Last game against Holmes County produced 8 hits for the squad. Thomas tried to go for that bunt. Missed on it, though. Went around. That's going to be strike number 1. Thomas in the box now. Elbow up, bat in the air. Takes a swing and sends it into the hole near second base. That's going to be fielded up by Shiver, but he can't control it. Runners on first and second now. Patillo moves to second, and Thomas with the base hit. So 2 runners on for the Fort Meade squad. TJ Lucas now coming up to bat. Last game against Holmes County broke it open. 10-8 lead they were holding in the bottom of the 5th. Lucas roped one out into left field. That hit the warning track as well. And he ran around all the way for an inside the park 2-run home run. TJ Lucas a threat at the plate for anything to happen. Changed the game with one swing of the bat. He's in the box as Caleb Hermelbrot, comes up. Sadiq Jones at the mound making a play. Are we going to see a double play? Still waiting on a call from the umpire. And he is safe over there. So they get the force out at third, the lead runner. Patillo will head back to the bench. A 1-5 fielder's choice on that. And the double play as well. A little bit of an errant throw there from Drake. Did get to the bag, just a little tough for the shortstop, Carson Polaronis, to handle. Either way, Fort Meade still has runners on first and second. Up to bat now, Caleb Hermelbrot, third baseman for Fort Meade, steps into the bat. Watches the first pitch go by. Zion Thomas, big lead off of second. He's going to try and swipe third, and he's going to do it with ease. Late throw by Jones, and going over to second is TJ Lucas. Good base running there by Fort Meade. Second and third. Squaring to bunt now is Hermelbrant. Coming up the line is Drake, and he makes the play at first. Throw over McNair. Coming home on the play, and Fort Meade gets their first run of the game. Good sacrifice bunt there from Hermelbrot. Good play as well by Drake. Or no, excuse me, that was 3 outs. Never mind. The throw over. Throw over to first base by Drake was successful. And that is going to be the third out of the inning. I'm Justin Allen for JockJive. Be right back with some more shout-outs. Going to take a quick commercial break.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off field. 2, participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament, join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories.
JockJive.com. We are literally taking the world by storm. Last year, more than 3,000 cities worldwide turned into our coverage of football, baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball. From T-ball to the NCAA Division I athletics, JockJive crews have traveled this nation to provide you the finest in sports coverage. So the next time you need the spotlight glaring on your sports venture, think JockJive.com. Maybe not the only internet sports channel, but the best one.
Couple shout-outs to get to from the Franklin County side. We have sound now. Thank you so much from Franklin County. Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We apologize for those technical difficulties. Now they say go Seahawks. Go get them Carson and Bennett. Shout out there. Another shout-out. Shout-out to us as well. Thank you, JockJive, for making it possible for families across the state to watch our boys play. Shout-out to my grand boys, Bennett and Carson, and the Franklin County team. You guys are on fire. Love Grand Pam. We appreciate you and glad you're tuning in to support these FC Seahawks. Franklin County now in the top of the second. Nolan Alford up to bat, squares to bunt. Can't get full contact with that one. As he stands in the box once again. Sends that one down the left side. Scooped up by Hermelbrot. Throws over on the hop. And that one gets back to the gate. Alford will stay at first base, though. Hermelbrot looks like he may have tripped over his feet there trying to make the throw. Ball ended up one hopping to first base. A little tough for Aaron Patillo to handle over there at first. So Nolan Alford will stand at first base. Up to bat now, number 8, Kobe Joseph will take the batter's box. Some instructions from manager Willie McNair out there on the mound given to Kobe Joseph. He stands in. Number 12 hitter squares to bunt. Foul tip off of his bat. Nolan Alford was on his way to second had that not been a foul ball. And now we're going to have a defensive switch. Austin Bergens over to third. Caleb Hermel brought to the shortstop position. Joseph squaring the bunt. Puts it down. Bergens can't handle the hop on the bounce. And we're going to have runners at first and second. So the defensive switch. Not so much on the money right there, waiting for that switch to come into place. They'll stay there. First and second now, Kobe Joseph stands on first after the bunt base hit. Nolan Alford to second, and Sadiq Jones in the batter's box now takes the first pitch. So we have another shout out. Shout out to Aiden Carter, bring home the win from Gavin, Bryan, and John. Also another one, Bennett McNair and Carson Polaronis, Aunt Shell, Uncle John, and Levi are rooting you on. Seahawks get that win as Jones sends a hard hit ground ball over to shortstop. Caleb Perlmubrot takes it off of his knee. Rounding third, heading for home is Nolan Alford. Seahawks in the middle of the base pass. Bergens with the ball, holds it, allows them to go back, but that's going to give Franklin their sixth run of the game. Nolan Alford comes around from second to score on the play.
Now batting, number 21, Jackson Odom.
That's a 6-0 lead here for Franklin. In the box now, Sadiq Jones. Or in the box now, Jackson Odom, on first base is Sadiq Jones. Odom watches the first pitch go by. It seems like a common theme. Franklin letting the first pitch go by and then ripping to whatever they see next. That strategy seems to be working for them in their favor. They are out to a 6-0 lead here in the top of the second. Odom sends a screaming shot out into left field, and that's going to get past the left fielder. And that is trouble for the Seahawks. Rounding third, coming home is Kobe Joseph. He'll score with ease. Coming home also is Sadiq Jones. He'll score from first base. And standing up with a triple is Jackson Odom. A 2-run triple for the starting catcher. And Franklin jumping all over Fort Meade right now. Score of 8-0. Franklin on fire right now.
Number 3, Jason Martina.
Up to bat now, Jason Martina with a double earlier in the game in the top of the first. And discussion on the field, a safe call, unaware what that was for, but regardless, no change in the outcome of the play. Up to bat now, it's going to be Jason Martina. Umpire will brush the plate off. Jason Martina in the box now. First pitch from the machine. He's going to watch that one go by. A few more shout-outs to get to. Way to go, Sadiq, from Drew Rickards. I'm sorry about the pronunciation. And then another one, shout-out to Bennett Carson and Aiden. Keep it up. Franklin County Seahawks love Aunt Candy and Jalen. We thank you guys so much for listening. All the support from Franklin County today. As Martina stands in the box, sends a line drive base hit out past the second baseman, past Robert Betancourt. That's going to plate Franklin's 9th run of the game. Odom comes in to score. And we have a runner on first now for Franklin.
Now batting, number 4, Bennett McNair.
Bennett McNair now up to bat, had a single to left field in his first at bat. McNair stands in the box now. Odom came in to score on that one. Jason Martina on first base. And Bennett McNair at the plate now. Watch the first pitch go by. 9-0 lead already for Franklin here in the top of the second. Fort Meade has been competitive in all of their games, but right now are getting blown out by this Seahawks squad. Goes off the next pitch he sees into the backstop. First strike on the first baseman. Also still no outs in this inning for this Seahawks team. Already scored 4 runs Now on their sixth batter. Ball in the machine. McNair going to send a line drive down the third base side. It's going to be a foul ball, but Austin Bergens on the third base line trying to get that one. Looks like he may have taken a baseball to the chest, maybe even the mouth area. Franklin coach is immediately running over to check up on him. Manager Kim Bergens out there to check up on Austin. Holding his arm. All players are down on one knee. Bergens is up, though, as he tries to shake it off. Maybe it's a hard line drive down the third base line from McNair. Maybe took a shot in the hand as he was shaking his right arm over there near third base on the hot corner. Manager Kim Bergens making sure one of her star players is okay. Still talking to him over there. Player still down. McNair returning to home plate, having discussion with his manager. Bergen seems to be okay. It looks like he'll stay in the game. And some well-deserved applause for the Miners' third baseman. The hard shot he took. Couldn't really tell here from on top of the press box. Probably just a stinger from that one, but still, that does not feel good either way. And he'll stay in the game. Bennett McNair will come back to the plate after that foul ball. 2 strikes from third baseman, or first baseman. As the pitch from the machine comes in, McNair will foul another one off into the backstop. Ball comes out from catcher Ryder Cochran. Runner on first base, no outs for Franklin. McNair in the box. At home plate, ball in the machine. McNair puts in play over to Bergens. Feels that one with the glove, just knocks it down though. Slow roller. Maybe not had much of a chance, but regardless, we have runners on first and second now.
Now batting number 6, Ryland Wood.
Up to bat now, number 6, Ryland Wood will take his second at-bat of the game. Struck out earlier in the first. Squares to bunt now, attempts. Goes around, misses it though, and taking third base, that's going to be Jason Martina. Taking second base, McNair. So runners now on second and third. And a 9-0 lead. Franklin looks like it could be even growing here. Lots of promise showing. No outs here in the top of the second. Ball in the machine, and Wood sends one out to right field. That one's going to drop for a base hit. Coming home is Martina. McNair rounding third, coming home as well. He's going to get in with ease, and standing on second is Ryland Wood with a stand-up double. He has 2 RBIs on the day thanks to that hit. That is 6 runs in the inning so far. Franklin out to an 11. Caden Drake now up to bat. The third baseman for Seahawks reached base in the first inning and scored as well. Ball in the machine comes in low. Drake will watch that one go by. Folks, just remember, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. JockJive Sports on Facebook and at JockJive on Twitter. Trying to reach 10,000 likes on Facebook and 1,000 followers on Twitter. Keep up to date with scores, updates, and more as that ball is laced into left center field. Ball comes in quickly, though. That was hit so hard that the center fielder threw that one in real quick before Ryland Wood could even round third. But regardless, Drake is on base with a hit. Franklin has still yet to give up an out as Drake Highland North stands in. Runners on the corners for Franklin. Ball comes in, and Caden Drake will take second base. Timeout on the field. Zion Thomas coming out to get the ball. Drake Kylan North, big swing and a miss on that one. Runners still on second and third. No outs here in the top of the second. 11-0 lead for Franklin. Ball in the machine now for North. As he swings in, gets a piece of it. 2 strikes on him now. As he'll await the next pitch. Couple more shout-outs. Way to go, Seahawks. Yeah, Chasen Martina and Kobe Joseph and Carson Polaronis. Aunt Monica watching in Apalachicola. Excuse me on the pronunciation. Not very familiar with my Florida cities. Once another shout-out. Go Seahawks. Way to go, Aiden Carter. Granny, Sandy, and Papa love you as North sends a ball out into left field. And that's going to score Rylan Wood and Caden Drake. North will come in with a double. And even though both of them scored, the run limit is 7 runs, so that'll be a 12-0 lead. And it appears that Fort Meade will head to the dugout after not getting an out. Franklin on fire with the bats today as Drake Highland North drives in the final run of the inning. 12-0 lead now for Franklin. That'll be it for the top of the second. Fort Meade needs something to get going to try and get back in this game. But for right now, we're going to take another break, get some more shout-outs going. I'm Justin Olive for JockJive.com.
Dixie Youth Baseball fans, did you know that in this season there were $72,000 scholarships awarded to deserving high school seniors throughout the 11 states in which Dixie Youth Baseball is played? Dixie Youth Baseball has now given over $1,240,000 to former Dixie Youth players and scholarships. Any high school senior who has played Dixie Youth Baseball is eligible to apply for a scholarship. The Dixie Youth Scholarship Program, just one of the good things that are a part of this program.
JockJive.com. We are literally taking the world by storm. Last year, more than 3,000 cities worldwide turned into our coverage of football, baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball. From T-ball to the NCAA Division I athletics, JockJive crews have traveled this nation to provide you the finest in sports coverage. So the next time you need the spotlight clearing on your sports venture, think JockJive.com. Maybe not the only internet sports channel, but the best one.
Welcome back, Franklin County fans. Some substitutions on the defense. It's going to be number 8, Kobe Joseph, coming in for number 45, Jordan Shiver, and number 80, Aiden Carter, coming in for number 23, Jake Kylan North. So some defensive subs on the field for Franklin. As Fort Meade comes up to bat now, Jacob Mendoza going to try and get things going. He sends a shot up the middle. Great glove, though, by Sadiq Jones. But the ball gets away from McNair. And despite the great play on the mound, Mendoza will stay on first base as a result of the drop.
Now
Up to bat now, Ryder Cochran. At the plate, the catcher for Fort Meade watches that one go by. Get off of first base, Mendoza. Jones is going to throw over. Not in time, though. Good attempt by Jones as he gets the ball back, gives it back to the Fort Meade coach. In the machine, Cochran ready. Swings and pops it up into shallow left center field. Coming over to make the play. Out in left field. That's Rylan Wood making the catch. Out number 1. Called off his left center fielder.
Now batting number 26, Edwin Rodriguez.
Edwin Rodriguez coming up to bat now. Runner on first, 1 out for Fort Meade. Watches the first pitch go by. Another shout out. Sulphur, Louisiana, cheering on the Franklin County Seahawks. Love Aunt Lisa and Uncle Nate and Morris. Ball over to shortstop. Carson Polaronis gets the lead runner at second on the play. Rodriguez with the fielder's choice. And delivers it over to second base in time. Few more shout-outs from Coach Teat. Franklin County, play hard and finish strong. Timothy 4-7. And another one goes Seahawks. Keep up the hard work, boys. Love Jason Morgan and Molly Beth Thompson. Fair ball down the third base line. Robert Betancourt is the reason for that one. And running back to first base is what is lots of mayhem and a mess up on the base pass. Edwin Rodriguez thought he was supposed to be running back. He's going to be tagged out on the play for out number 3. Fort Meade seems to be in disarray today. As Betancourt lined that one down the first base line. Some confusion on the play from the Fort Meade players. But we're going to go to the top of the third and we'll hold a 12-0 lead against 3-1 Fort Meade. As we are going to take another quick break, I am Justin All for JockJive.com.
Coming to Sebring for the tournaments? Sebring Chateau Alon gives you it all. Just 10 minutes from the ball field so you can get to and from the games easily. Relaxation. The Chateau is a full conference center hotel with pool, food, internet, beverage service, business center, and more. Right on the legendary Sebring International Raceway with prices you'll love. Team rates start at just $69 a night and upgrades are available. Ask for the sales team at 888-84-HOTEL. That's 888-844-6835. 888-84-HOTEL. The Chateau Alon. Proud to partner with Dixie sports teams all over the state. Team rate specials for your group this season now at 888-84-HOTEL. Why settle for just a room when you can have the Chateau? The Chateau Alon on the historic hairpin turn at Sebring International Raceway in Sebring.
Now batting number 80, Aiden Carter.
Coming up to bat now for Franklin, number 80, Aiden Carter. Coming up to bat for Franklin. He'll get ready to step in the box. Throw down to second base from Ryder Cochran. On the money, 12-0 lead for Franklin here in the top of the third. Aiden Carter in the box. Ball in, one go by. Franklin looking to build on their 12-0 lead. Aiden Carter fouls that one in top. So he'll look for another pitch coming up. Run rule may possibly in effect should Franklin score 3 or more runs and Fort Meade be held to nothing. And the 15-run rule is in effect, and a line shot over to third base side. Aiden Carter, that was off the glove of the third baseman. Dropped it, and the throw over to first was off target, but they laid the tag on Aiden Carter. He is out as a result of the play, a 5-3 putout. Jordan Shiver now coming up to bat. Started in right field today. Look to get things going. He'll watch that one go by. Jordan Shiver in the box. Carson Polaronis on deck. And Nolan Alford to follow. A 12-0 game here in the top of the third. That is favoring Franklin. He sends fly ball out into shallow left field, and that's going to drop for another base hit. Jordan Shiver with his second hit of the ball game. Things going extra smoothly for this Seahawks squad. And we got another shout out. Ain't no party like a Seahawks party, because the Seahawks party don't stop. Way to play ball, boys. As we get ready for Carson Polaronis to take his at-bat, he sends a shot out into left field as well. Frozen rope, and Jordan Shiver will come into second base. Carson Polaronis stands safely on first. Nolan Alford now up to bat. Alford reached and scored a run. Alford watches the first pitch go by. Kobe Joseph standing on, reset to the top of the order. Franklin has not let up their foot. They have stayed on the gas pedal in this game so far. Here in the top of the third, you got to imagine maybe Fort Meade with their record at 3-1, maybe just suffering some fatigue, and the ball bunt down the third base line. That's going to be a fair ball. Play at third base. Jordan Shiver is safe on the play. We're going to have the bases loaded for Kobe Joseph. Nolan Alford safe at first base as well. Bases loaded. Only one out here in the top of the third. Kobe Joseph has the bases loaded. Watches the first pitch go by. Zion Thomas comes up to the plate to get the ball. Calls timeout, and he'll move back to the mound and get the ball back to manager Willie McNair. On the mound. And puts that one down. And Jordan Shiver is tagged out in the base pass. We're going to see the bases loaded once again.
Now batting, number 1, Sadiq Jones.
Up to bat now, Sadiq Jones. Base is still loaded, but there are 2 outs here in the top of the third. First pitch comes in. Jones doesn't like it. He'll lay off. Zion Thomas comes to get the ball from behind the plate and will retreat back. Thank you guys for listening to us. Appreciate support for this Franklin County squad, and they are sure feeding off of it. A 12-0 lead here in the top of the third. Bases juiced for Sadiq Jones. Playing the pitching position today for the Seahawks. As he stands in. Waits for the pitch. Second pitch comes in, and Sadiq Jones sends it to short off the glove of Caleb Hermelbrot, and that's going to score a run, 13-0. Carson Polaronis will come in to score. Nolan Alford will move to third, and Kobe Joseph to second on the infield single by Sadiq Jones. Up to bat now, Jackson Odom. Been on base both times in his trips to the plate today. 13-0 lead for Franklin. Jackson Odom up to bat now. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Franklin, 2 runs would bring them to within the limits of the mercy rule. Fort Meade would have to score in the bottom of the third for that mercy rule to not text. The rules are after 3 innings, if a team is up by 15 runs, and the game is over. After 4 innings, if they are up by 10 runs, it's over. Franklin 2 runs away from doing part of that. Is Odom sends a shot into left field. That's a base hit. That's going to score Alford from third, and Kobe Joseph into third safely. 14-0 now. Seahawks getting ever so closer to that feed as Jackson Odom has his 3rd hit of the day. Up to bat now, Jason Martina. Base is still loaded, a 14-0 lead still. Ball in the machine. That ball is shot up the middle. That's going to be a base hit, and that's going to give Franklin 15. Rounding third, heading home. That's going to be Sadiq Jones, and they're going to go up 16-0. Tagged out at third, trying to advance is Jackson Odom, but that's not before Franklin puts 16 on the board here through 3 runs. Jackson Odom tagged out at third base, trying to advance. Jason Martina with the base hit up the middle, drove in 2 runs, but that'll be it here. In the top of the third, Franklin County all this Fort Meade squad. We're going to take another quick break. Last break in this game as Franklin County holds a 16-0 lead over the Fort Meade Miners.
Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did.
You're good.
Folks, do you want your very own DVD of any game broadcast during this year's Florida Dixie Youth Baseball B Division Machine Pitch State Tournament? Simply email info@jockjive.com and we'll get the process started. DVDs are only $10 per game plus shipping and handling. Again, that is info@jockjive.com to get your very own copy of a game from this tournament. After today's game is over, you can watch the action again and again as well on jockjive.com. Go to the same spot you watch the live coverage and watch the archives. Or if you want a DVD of any game of the Florida Dixie Youth Baseball B Division Pitch Machine State Tournament, email info@jockjive.com and we'll get the process started. Also coming up in July on jockjive.com, Florida and Alabama Dixie Youth Baseball, Dixie Youth World Series events and Dixie Baseball State Tournaments and World Series. Plus this fall, SWAC football, soccer, and volleyball, Tuskegee football, Georgia military, college football, Great American Rivalries, high school football, the ACCC Game of the Week, and more. Plenty of reasons you need to come back to jockjive.com. Coming up down here in the bottom of the third, Fort Meade. We'll see the bottom half of their order. Jay Cortez, Jimmy Beam, and Xavier Swain will come up to bat. Franklin out to a 16-0 lead. Cortez showing bunt. He went around. That's going to be strike number 1. Got a couple more shout-outs. Shout-outs to Sadiq Jones. You're playing amazing. Make us proud. And a way to go, Chase. I'm so proud of our Franklin County Seahawks from Aunt Monica. Pause on the field. As it looks like there may be another ball on the field. Coming into the infield now. As I say that, another shout out coming in. So proud of these boys. Keep it hot from Evan, Bryce, and Brandy. Appreciate you guys for listening in to the broadcast. Franklin County off the top of Sadiq Jones' glove. Jay Cortez sent a shot over the middle. Jones almost made a Sports Center top 10 play right there. As he made the effort. Good effort, but no cigar. Cortez now standing on first base. Jimmy Beam in the box now for Fort Meade. Shows bunt and puts it down the first base line. Jones coming off first and will throw over to McNair for out number one. Moving to third is Jay Cortez. And he'll stand in. And apparently the call on the field was that Jimmy Beam was safe. Our obstructed view with the roof over here can't really see first base. Apparently being called safe on the play. And we're going to have a discussion on the field. And he's safe. So, surprising turn of events with that bunt. Jimmy Beam ends up on first. Cortez moves to third. No outs here in the bottom of the third. Jimmy Beam is nailed out at second base. Coming home is Cortez. That's going to be the first run of the game for Fort Meade. 16-1. Run rule still in effect. But Jimmy Beam nailed out.
Next up, number 22, Austin.
That's second base. Up to bat now, number 21, Xavier Swain, taking his first rip at the plate. Watches that one go by. Swain in the box. Awaits the next pitch. Takes a swing and pops that one up behind home plate and to the third base side. Swain fouls that one off. One out here in the bottom of the third. Franklin County jumping out here. 16-1. Swain sends a shot down the third base line into the fence of the Franklin County dugout, though. Two strikes on Swain. Swain now in the box, awaits the next pitch. Here it comes. And that's a swing and a miss. Strike three. That's out number two. And up to bat now. It's going to be number 22, Austin Bergens, stepping up to the plate.
Number 22, Austin Bergens.
Had a fly out to left center field earlier in the ball game, but other than that, he has not been at the plate in this game. Squaring up to bunt, pulls back. Jackson Odom behind the ball in the machine now. Bergen's ready. Sends a shot over to shortstop, and that's caught and then dropped by Polonis. Throw over to first. And Bergens beats the throw. Polonis had a line drive coming straight for him. Almost had the catch. Somehow popped out of his glove. And up to bat now, Aaron Patillo. First baseman reached on an error in the first inning. Was thrown out at third base as Bergens thought about stealing second, but the throw from Jackson Odom very strong and came to the bag. Strong play from behind the plate as Aaron Patillo has a runner on first. And he puts a dribbler out to Sadiq Jones on the mound. He's going to flip it over to McNair at first. And that is the end of the inning. And it looks like that's the end of the ball game with the 15-run rule in effect. Franklin demolishes Fort Meade in their final game of pool play. They will finish pool play undefeated. And a final score of 16-1. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Coming back, we'll bring you the MVP and Sportsmanship Awards from both teams. But for now, I'm Justin Allen from JockJive.com. Stay tuned for the post-game awards.
Coming to Sebring for the tournaments? Sebring Chateau Alon gives you it all. Just 10 minutes from the ball field so you can get to and from the games easily. Relaxation. The Chateau is a full conference center hotel with pool, food, internet, beverage service, business center, and more. Right on the legendary Sebring International Raceway with prices you'll love. Team rates start at just $69 a night and upgrades are available. Ask for the sales team at 8884-HOTEL. That's 888-844-6835. 888-84-HOTEL. The Chateau Alon. Proud to partner with Dixie sports teams all over the state. Team rate specials for your group this season now at 888-84-HOTEL. Why settle for just a room when you can have the Chateau? The Chateau Alon on the historic hairpin turn at Sebring International Raceway in Sebring.
JockJive.
Hello.
Hey, turn it down some. Turn it down some.
Thank you, everybody, for attending today. Thank you, everybody, for attending today's game between Franklin County and Fort Meade. Our Sportsmanship Award goes to number 14, Jimmy Beam of Fort Meade. And the MVP award for Franklin County goes to number 27, Nolan Alford. Also, a big happy birthday to number 27, Nolan Alford. Enjoy, buddy.